We Have Concerns is made possible entirely through donations from listeners like you. A little can go a long way. Visit patreon.com/wehaveconcerns to lend your support.
The move is almost over.
Well, that's good.
Yep. We've been fucking taking a convoy back and forth. We've been doing it Oregon Trail style.
That's
Just
nice. I hope you didn't
moving-
get dysentery.
Moving west. I feel like I got a little dysentery.
You gotta be very careful.
Like a
when you're
small amount of dysentery?
when
Is
you're
that possible?
fording the river.
What
It's
does
very
a tiny amount of dysentery feel like?
not good.
No?
Any amount of dysentery doesn't feel great.
Well,
Let me ask you this question. What's a tiny amount of diarrhea feel like? It's kind of the same thing,
yeah,
actually.
you're right. Okay. Valid. It's like a tiny amount of food poisoning.
Right.
Yeah, I get you. I don't know, man. Maybe every once in a while you just need to experience it to know.
Just a little dysentery.
Just a little
Can
dysentery.
I get a sample size dysentery, please?
Yeah, you get a little bit of dysentery, and it reminds you to be thankful for what you have, which is not usually dysentery. This is We Have Concerns. Hi, Jeff Canada.
Hi, Anthony Carboni.
Hello, concerned citizens. It's time to breathe underwater.
Okay. Do I have gills?
I don't know. You would know better than me. Maybe your doctor? How would
wouldn't.
I know if you have gills?
Well, you have a better view of my neck.
That's true. Looks great from over here. Not seeing any gills.
Oh, damn it.
No, here's what's going on. Researchers in Denmark have synthesized a crystal that can bind and store oxygen in high concentrations and then release that oxygen back into the environment as needed.
This is badass.
It is badass.
This story was sent to us by Shawn Andrich, friend of the show.
Yes.
From the Gamers with Jobs. People might know him as Certus.
Badass show, badass story.
So, I feel like this is science fiction. This feels like science fiction, that a crystal can store oxygen and then we can use it?
Yeah. Yeah, basically. Previously, up until now, crystals could only hold good vibes.
Right.
That was it. That was it.
Right.
They could hold good vibes and they could channel spiritual energy. That's been scientifically proven over and over again.
Oh yeah, it's very clear. And now we figured out another good use for crystals.
Yeah, and almost as good a use.
Almost as good. Well, it's hard to breathe underwater with such good vibes.
Yeah.
It's you drown a lot, but you feel fantastic.
Previously people would put one of these crystals in their mouths, get into the water and drown, but just smile as they did it. Because there's just so many positive vibes.
Yeah.
There's one of those crystal stores that's like down the street from us.
Mm-hmm.
It's like right down the street here on the way to the coffee shop. And you go in and this guy is wearing like these crazy robes.
Oh yeah, always got to be robes.
He's just decked out in these shiny silk robes where he looks like a dignitary from a foreign planet on Star Trek. You know, they're like green and they have like sashes and stuff. He's just like, welcome to the Crystal Emporium.
I'd like a something that could really help me out. I'm feeling depressed lately, and
Tell me something. This depression, is it related to anything? Has there been an event in your life, or is it a general malaise?
Well, I wish I could say there was something big that happened, but I just wake up every morning and I kind of don't want to do anything. So I guess I would say the malaise one.
Okay. For a general malaise, I usually recommend a rose quartz or an amethyst.
Okay. So that one's kind of red and that one's kind of blue, right? That's a reddy or a bluey?
Yes.
Well, I guess I'll take whichever one's cheaper.
This one is $400.
Whoa.
And this one is $430. The reason being,
Yeah.
these are not just regular rose quartz and amethyst.
They look like rocks,
No,
stones.
I hold these underneath the armpits of my robe for 14 hours while thinking about bunny rabbits and the 70s.
Well, that does sound like a value add.
It adds a great deal to the crystal. It's put my positive energy into the crystal.
Could I just...
Also, smell. It adds my musk, which gives it more of an earthy, natural feel.
Definitely an additive smell there, yeah.
So what we're going to need you to do, I think you should take both crystals.
Both?
Keep one on the top of your monitor for your computer? Do you use one of the computers?
You
look like somebody who uses one of the computers.
All day long for work.
If I probably can't convince you to get rid of your computer.
Well, I would have to quit my job, which would probably make me feel worse.
Can I convince you to quit your job?
It wouldn't help with the
because
malaise.
it's killing you.
Oh, okay. That smell is
killing you.
Helping.
The monitor is killing you. It's all killing you.
Okay, but if I put the crystal on top of the monitor...
Put the crystal on top of the monitor, it will kill you slowly.
Oh, well, I guess that's better than
fast. This goes under your right armpit.
Okay. Oh, ow, that's sharp. It's surprisingly
pointy.
sharp.
It's a crystal.
Ah.
So what you're going to do, you can feel that, and it's a connection. A connection to the earth.
It's connecting to something.
Yeah. And let me ask you something.
I think it's my rotator cuff.
Do you feel a general malaise anymore?
I feel more pain than anything else.
Ah!
Oh, well.
$830.
Okay, well, do you take check?
No.
People
are milling around in those stores. People are buying these crystals. People are listening to this gentleman.
Yeah.
This
is a store that pays its rent every month because enough people buy things.
Enough people buy rose quartz from this guy.
Yeah.
That he makes thousands of dollars a month.
Right. That's a lot of armpit infusion.
I don't know that he actually does that, but it feels right.
It did feel right.
There's so much room in those robes. I have to imagine he's using it for something.
So now we've got crystals that actually can absorb oxygen from the air and from water.
So this is crazy. So 21% oxygen in the air around us, right? What they're doing is they're taking these crystals and they want to initially use them to deliver more concentrated oxygen in times when people need it.
Okay.
So you think about people who have like lung problems, people who have to walk around with oxygen tanks, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Those things are big, they're heavy.
Right.
Usually the people who have to carry them around are a little older,
they're
a little out of shape because they have breathing problems.
They have that little
They have a dolly,
with the wheels, yeah.
So this could cut the size of these things in half just by adding these crystals that release a higher concentration of oxygen. Basically the way it works is the crystals absorb oxygen from the environment all around them. It's almost porous. It's like a sponge. And then heating the crystal or putting the crystal into a place of high concentrations of oxygen will push the oxygen back out of the crystal.
Crazy.
It's like a naturally breathing rock.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's wild.
And they think that eventually they'll be able to also put this in the oxygen tanks of divers. Put this in, but
because it's so much lighter than an oxygen tank would be.
Yeah, so basically, like a tiny amount of these, like a bucket, like 10 liters of the material, will suck all the oxygen out of this room right now.
Don't let that happen.
Well, I mean, like crack a window at least.
Exactly.
Do you know how many scientists died creating this material?
It's like
they're just all sitting in the lab. And they're just like, I think we did it.
Yeah. Yeah.
They made it all in a clean room, which was the problem. It had to be hermetically sealed to create the crystals. We've lost a lot of good men.
Oh, man.
I would say a lot of our top men, Jeff.
Oh, no.
Yeah, a lot of the top men died to give us this.
Well, at least they succeeded before they passed.
So a bucket of this stuff will suck the oxygen out of a room. So they're thinking that eventually we can get to a point where a couple, like, tiny bits of this crystal could go in a mask, a self-contained mask. You're breathing underwater.
You're talking about episode 1. You're talking about Qui-Gon Jinn.
No, I'm
going
never
down to the Gungan homeworld.
No,
you're talking
no
about
one talks about Gungans. No,
the tiny little mask that he put on.
Not. You shut your mouth.
Do
not give George Lucas any credit for this.
It's where Jar Jar lives.
No, Jeff.
That's what you're talking about. We're talking about making that real.
I'm talking about Star-Lord's mask.
Oh, okay. I'll give you that.
Let's leave the Gungans where they belong.
All right.
Back in 1999 or whatever the fuck it was.
Okay.
Fuck a Gungan. Don't fuck a Gungan. Don't allow the Gungans to procreate.
You just saying, Misa gonna get some?
No!
Oh.
Get out of here!
I don't know how he gets in here.
We tried to hermetically seal the room, but we didn't have enough of the oxygen crystals.
It's available for a guest spot.
No, you're not!
Oh, sorry. Okay.
You are available to continue cleaning the restrooms. You nightmare creature. You should never have been allowed to exist.
Used to saying, Misa waste of space. Misa's sad.
Why are you still speaking? You horrible creature.
Woo!
You horrible racist creature.
Bantapudu!
So yeah, imagine that. So you have a mask that, through controlled heat,
yeah,
can alternatively suck up the oxygen in the water around you, put it into your mask. You can breathe it out.
That's the craziest part, is that it's not even like you load it up with oxygen and go underwater. You can do that, but you don't even have to, because you could just make a crystal that only holds enough for a couple of breaths, and you could go in the water, and then it could just keep refilling itself, so you could literally breathe in the water.
So, I mean, the complicated stuff is that this crystal does breathe oxygen and store oxygen, but our atmosphere is only 21% oxygen. Our atmosphere is mostly nitrogen.
Yeah.
So it becomes a question of, like, if you breathed in, like, full-on oxygen,
Yeah.
number one, you'd get kind of high,
Sweet.
and then you'd pass out,
Uh-huh.
which is dope,
Yeah.
right? Like, give me a mask that does that. I'm fine with it. Like, give me, like, a 2-crystal mask.
Yeah. Just
Bro, have you tried the 2-crystal mask?
Oh my god. It blew my freaking mind.
What's it you guys are doing? No! Not during a bit! You were never allowed in here during a bit!
You guys are getting high?
Get out of here! I will not integrate you into this program!
I don't know how that guy got in here. I'm sorry. Calm down. Just breathe oxygen. Breathe oxygen.
In through the crystal, out through the crystal. I just gotta put my amethyst under my armpit. I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna cool out. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna chill.
Your vibes look way gooder already.
I'm feeling much more posy.
Yeah.
No, it's kind of like, I just imagine, you remember Sleeper? You remember Woody Allen, like,
oh,
Sleeper?
yeah.
Where just like, they're just holding that orb.
Yeah,
and just getting high from like a metal orb.
Yeah.
Just people just like breathing through this crystal. But no, so you would have to create some way for the mask to deliver the other stuff that you need in the air.
Right.
And also kind of eliminate that stuff. But for just like a straight up, well, do they use pure what do they use in a diving tank?
I don't know. I
think
think it's more pure oxygen than the air.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's 100% oxygen. The other question I have for this is, if this crystal extracts oxygen from water, does it release a whole bunch of hydrogen? Like, how does that work? I don't know enough about biology.
The entire ocean explodes. The entire ocean becomes a deadly hydrogen bomb.
But plus side, totally breathing underwater.
Plus side, you're breathing underwater. Yeah, I don't know, because I don't know how do fish do it.
Oh yeah. Well, that's a good question.
Well, that's why fish are constantly exploding.
Right. Fish are little hydrogen bombs.
Fish are highly combustible. If you see a fish while you're swimming,
avoid
the other way.
Avoid it. Yeah.
Never get near a fish.
Especially one of those puffer fish is ready to blow.
That's how you know.
that's all fish are puffer fish, actually.
That's why, like, when you swim in the water, you can hear the fish going. Doot, doot, doot. Do you ever see a fish puff up and go, doot, 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 and usually they blink red?
Yeah, that's bad.
That's real bad.
That is
Get
very bad.
out of there.
Oh, man.
I just realized
that's why I don't
we
eat
don't
sushi.
know enough about the ocean. And I don't mean humanity, I mean you and me.
Yeah, it's clear. And sort of general chemistry. we don't have a grasp on that
Fuck
either.
it, man. Who knows? I mean, they don't actually go into too much of how all of this stuff is going to work when they put it into
what part of
breathing
crystals
tanks
and underwater breathing do you need more clarification on, really? And I don't. All I know is that I get good vibes, then I can breathe underwater. Step 3, make money. Right? That's how it works?
That's basically what it is.
Yeah.
I feel like we're fine.
I think we figured it out. It just feels so much like science fiction, because why stop it underwater? Why not load up a bunch of crystals onto my spaceship and go to Mars and use crystals to breathe in Mars?
Dude.
Right?
Suddenly everything has changed.
Yeah. Because if it's lighter, that means it's easier to transport. If you can condense it all into a smaller package, it's easier to get to distant planets. I mean, this could change everything, right? This could change.
Well, it becomes
space
a
travel.
matter of where the crystals would get enough new oxygen from.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Well, we would harvest people, obviously.
Obviously. Duh. What are we? 70% water and 30% oxygen.
Yeah.
We're just floating clouds of water. We're just gelatinous blobs floating through space.
I love it when you get poetic on the show. It's like, hey, Bill, breathe me. Just breathe me.
Did you go up to the 3-crystal mask?
I am so high right now, but I want you to breathe me.
I told you 3 crystal, man, is like a little. That's some advanced level.
I want to be inside you.
Whoa.
And by that I mean your lungs.
Okay. Let's have a seat. Let's sit down.
God, it's a whole new world in here, man.
Yeah.
It's a whole new world inside a world of pure, unadulterated oxygen.
Tell me how you're feeling. Explain it. Explain it to me.
I feel like all time and space has come together to create this one moment where you and I can share the same molecules and you can breathe me. If we were underwater right now, I would jump on a fish bomb for you. I would.
Wow.
I would.
Wow, man.
I would. I swear
to
God, I would.
I hate, I feel the same way. And I hate that we got to breathe through crystals to feel like it's okay to say it.
Right? So
why can't we just say it every time?
Let's just say it.
Let's just say it all the time, man. Let's just say it. I would jump on a fish bomb for you.
I would jump. Dude, I have a surprise for you. Look underneath my armpit. Look what I got. Look what I have for you.
That's a fish.
It's a fish.
No, dude.
What?
No, dude.
We
don't understand enough about fish.
We don't understand enough about
We don't understand
fish.
enough about the world around us.
I'm excited about this prospect, though.
Me too. I think this sounds great. In all honesty, if this is something, I'm sure they're trying to work it out. If this is something that can really make it so, breathing underwater has always been the superpower that I've wanted.
Really?
Yeah.
Flying for me, bro.
I mean, flying's up there, but I would take either one probably equally.
You were an Aquaman man?
I wasn't an Aquaman man. I'd never liked Aquaman, but maybe it's just because I grew up always going to beaches and always going to pools.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And so I just always was like, man, what if I could just stay down here forever?
You know what I did inside the pool?
What?
Imagined I was flying. When I jumped off the bottom of the pool, I imagined I was flying. So maybe that's...
I thought you were going to say you peed in the pool.
No, I'm
Did
not
you pee
that
in the
guy.
pool?
Never.
All
well,
right.
maybe once.
Maybe
no,
once.
never. I
just
never
to
did.
see. Just to see. What about in the ocean? You ever pee in the ocean?
Oh, all the time. And
Really?
lakes. Yeah. Yeah. You have to pee in the ocean. Come on.
Do you?
Yeah. How else are you going to...
I've never peed in any water that I've swam in.
Really?
Really.
Never in a lake or an ocean?
Never in a lake or an ocean. Like, I understand the scale of an ocean, and I understand that it's not a problem.
Right.
I feel like it's a problem and I shouldn't do it.
Everybody else is doing it.
Oh, God. And I know. And I think about that, too. I think about when I go to a crowded beach. Because here's the thing. If it's just you in the ocean,
right,
it doesn't matter. It's just you in the ocean. You just pee a little bit in the ocean. It's the giant. It's a fucking ocean. On a crowded day, when there are people all around you, it's urine. Everybody's peeing in the ocean and it's too much. It doesn't have time to dissipate. I understand that the salt cleans it. I don't know. I don't believe it. I don't believe it, dude.
Here's the thing. It does change.
Pee crystals.
It does
change. The future is going to be breathing through pee crystals.
I was just going to say, it does change my opinion about breathing underwater if everyone's peeing in the ocean.
Yeah, no, dude. I take it all back.
Yeah.
Are you guys looking forward to this? Have you always... Flying or breathing underwater? I know most people are going to say flying.
Everyone's going to say flying.
But I would love to hear what
possible benefit is breathing underwater? What possible benefit?
Dude, the ocean is so much of the earth. The ability to see
compared to air,
on.
Compared to the skies,
it's just secret under there, and there's so much living stuff. And I don't know, it'd be cool to breathe.
The sky is the limit, literally. Sky.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, if there's anybody out there that's in the water breathing camp like I am, let me know. We're on Twitter. I'm at @Carboni.
And I'm at Jeff Kanata. And the rest of you can just sort of group tweet because there's going to be too many tweets of I'd rather fly. I know it's going to be an overwhelming majority. So you guys can all just sort of, reference each other. That's 140 characters. Like each one person could probably be just one character and it would probably get the point across because that's the majority of flying people.
There's nothing wrong with wanting to breathe underwater. Thank you to Shawn Andrich for sending this in. If you want to send in a story, you can do so. wehaveconcernsshow@gmail.com is the place to do that. And hey, why don't you check out our Patreon page?
Yeah, patreon.com/wehaveconcerns. We also love those kindly reviews over on the Stitcher and the iTunes. 5-star reviews are awesome.
Yeah, leave a 5-star review and then explain, instead of actually reviewing the show, explain what you would do if you could breathe underwater.
I thought you were going to say explain all chemistry to us.
Oh,
and
explain
fish properties.
Somebody needs to, because obviously the educational system failed us there.
Thanks, public education.